Today, we're going to be rebuilding the Arizona Diamondbacks. They haven't won the World Series since 2001, which, by the way, that was their 4th year. They are the quickest franchise expansion team to win a championship. So we're going to be rebuilding them, and hopefully they can do good, and hopefully we can make the playoffs in year 1. And just so you guys see, no forced trades and no ignore budgets. The last rebuild that I did was somewhat unrealistic because of some of the trades I made, but it's all good. Hopefully we can do good. So taking a look at our pitching rotation, we have a good first 2 in the rotation, but the others are pretty questionable. A C potential, B potential, and a C potential. So I'm not exactly set on these 3, but the top 2 for sure are going to help us. As far as the bullpen goes, it's okay. It's not bad, but taking a look at the lineup, it's okay. I mean, we have a very old catcher, and honestly, our third baseman is decent. I have hopes. Christian Walker. I don't know about our first baseman. Center field is good. Left field is okay. Even shortstop is decent, but pretty much everyone is aging close to their 30s. Our bench isn't very good either. So I don't know what we're going to do. I think I'm going to take it slow. This is going to be very tough because we got the Padres and the Dodgers. So this is probably one of the toughest divisions in the majors, in my opinion. But we're going to go ahead and sim until around the trade deadline, probably the All-Star break. See how we're doing, and ideally, there shouldn't be too many changes needed in Season 1. Okay, so the last video, I actually forgot to do the draft. So in this video, we are actually going to draft some people. It looks like really left field is our main need. Which isn't a bad thing. Let's see here. Contact, power. Honestly, we're gonna take one of these guys. He would be ready in 2 years. He's gonna be ready in a long time. So I think I'm gonna take this top guy from Central and see how he does. All right, round number 2. We drafted the left fielder. Let's go ahead and look into, I don't know, maybe he'll be ready next year. Sammy Francisco. Let's go for it. Round number 3, we're gonna go ahead and honestly, we need a catcher really bad. There's not really much in the draft right now, but we'll go ahead and we'll try for that 19-year-old. I almost said 16-year-old. And then we'll go ahead and we're trying to draft people that will be ready pretty quickly because we really need the help. Now, keep in mind, I'm not the best at drafting. I don't really know the ins and outs like other rebuilders on the show. However, I have drafted some pretty decent people when I do draft. But normally I just skip it. We'll go ahead and draft a closer and just wrap it up though. Taking a look at our draft picks, and honestly, it looks like a lot of these guys are like really good, especially, wow, our closer is 75 overall. We could use them almost right away, probably in a year. That's awesome. A couple of them are in the low 60s. We got 67 overall shortstop. Wow. And real quick, we'll go ahead and take a look at the team. We're 23-42, right behind the Colorado Rockies. In last place, the Padres are in first place. We're definitely not going to make the playoffs year 1. Wow. Our starting rotation, holy dumpster fire. I mean, the pitching is disgusting. Let's take a look at the lineup. Can't be much worse, can it? Oh my gosh. None of them are above like 8 home runs. That's our best player right now. All right, 36-67. Still in last place, 38 games back. Yeah, there's absolutely no hope. Honestly, our offense it kind of improved, I guess. Our pitching rotation, I guess it improved. I don't know. Let's go ahead, take a look at the trade block. Hopefully we can get some kind of good steal in the trade block. I don't know why, but the last two franchises, Randy has been on the trade block. I don't understand that, but it works for me. Who do they want? They want, wow, okay. They actually want a lot from that. The potential center fielder. We need starting pitching. Hopefully that works out. Dallas, we need as much help as we can get. Who do we trade here? Caleb Smith is absolute trash. And somehow this is almost going to work. Let's just throw in a C potential, worst overall relief pitcher, and we got him. That is very awesome. Who else can we get? We're going to go ahead and go after Jeremy because he looks pretty solid this year. And all they're asking, they want a B potential. Left field, center field, center field. I don't really know the difference between these two. They look the same, so whatever. We'll take it. Looks like we kind of fixed our starting rotation, and I think we're going to do this because we need some kind of bat. That's going to help us maybe. And then I guess we can trade David Peralta for maybe prospects. What can we get out of him? So we could get this A potential second baseman. I think this could do really good because if we let him develop, he could be a really solid second baseman. So that's huge. I don't want him. He's aging, and honestly, $1 million for aging second baseman is not worth it. So we'll trade him, see what we can get out of him. Probably not much, if anything, but somehow getting B potentials. A potential center fielder? Yes, sir. Last, I definitely want to look into a catcher because we don't have a good catcher. Okay, so this might work. Xavier Fernandez, 64 overall. I think that could work, or we could try for Evan Staug. He looks good as well. Oh, we could make this work actually. Okay, could we just like offer D? Oh, what's going on with these trades? We just offer a D horrible catcher and we get a pretty good looking solid catcher. I feel like we could get Grandal. Oh my gosh, how is it this easy? I'm going to do it. We need a catcher. He could be a long-term catcher. Could be potentials in the 70s for overall, but it could be worth it. I say go for it. And now we got to fix our probably farm system has to be fixed now. So I'm going to quickly fix things, fix the lineup, but honestly, hopefully Michael Brantley and Clint Frazier help us out a lot, as well as Grandal. So those are three huge pickups at the trade deadline. Even Bruin. All right, here is how we're looking now that I fixed everything. Honestly, not bad. Hopefully things work out here. I think overall I definitely improved the team, and we might just keep it how it is because I feel like now it's pretty solid, except for Madison Bumgarner. His contract is huge, and if he performs 3-12 again with this high ERA, I don't think we'll keep him. But we'll go ahead and stim until October and see how this team is doing. Okay, they did a lot worse than I expected. 61-101. That's tough. 54 games back. I mean, okay, look at the Padres, 110, the Dodgers 115. Ouch. All right, taking a look at the lineup. Wow. Michael Brantley was a good pickup. Clint Frazier was decent. Grandal, we'll see how he improves. I mean, the averages are pretty low except for Michael Brantley's. As far as the bench goes, let's look at the pitching. Ouch. I mean, David Price was solid. I don't know. I mean, the entire team kind of sucks. Looks decent in the bullpen. Jeremy Jeffers did good, but otherwise, it's tough to really say. That was very tough. Season 1 was tough, and the Mets win the World Series against the Houston Astros. Dang. All right, here is free agency. Again, I don't know why Francisco Lindor is a free agent. It's just the way the rosters are. And currently, I can't download any roster. I don't know if anyone else is having problems. I looked it up, and on Reddit, I found some people having the same issue. So I don't know what's going on. It's probably some Red to the Show problem. But we're going to try and get Francisco Lindor because, again, he is incredible. Best shortstop, and honestly, we don't really have a good shortstop, so definitely needed. For first base, we got Christian Walker. I'd rather have Freddie Freeman. Are we even gonna have enough? Oh my gosh, I don't think so. Oof. Okay, let's redo this deal. Let's do a year for 29 mil. We do player option. Oof, this is gonna be close. All right, here are our offers. I didn't realize how low of a budget this team has. So we're only able to try and get a third baseman, our third baseman back, I should say, Lindor and Chris Davis. Ideally, we should get them because we need these guys. And honestly, that's probably the best I can do. Roberto Perez went to the Indians. Francisco Lindor signed with us. Wow, that's pretty big. And we lose our third baseman. Here's our pitching rotation for season number 2. Looks like I believe this guy is from the Rule 5 draft. Correct me if I'm wrong. And our entire bullpen is kind of meh. We'll see how it plays out. I think our best bullpen guy is Alex Young and Roberto Osuna. As far as our lineup goes, it's pretty different. This left fielder looks pretty solid, honestly. I'm excited to see how he does, but everything else is very similar. Lindor and Chris Davis are free agent signings, but otherwise it's pretty much the same as season 1. So we're gonna go ahead and sim until the draft, and ideally this team should be a lot better. Wow, we're in second place, guys. This team has potential. We'll see how things play out. The Padres are only a game back. We're 11 games back from the Dodgers. Surprise, surprise. But this team is looking pretty decent. Let's take a look at the lineup. It's tough. It looks like our pitching is honestly what is carrying us because it doesn't look like we're doing much. Yeah, pitching. I mean, our first 2 guys, Madison Bumgarner, is looking solid. The bottom 2, middle guy, as far as our bullpen goes, it's looking pretty tough, except for our closer. I don't know how we have a decent record, but let's go ahead and sim to the draft, and I will see you guys after the draft. Wow, 89 potential center fielder, 71 overall, 66 potential right fielder. We have, looks like a really, okay, this has to be a better draft than last time. All righties, it looks like, but wow, I'm pretty impressed with how this draft went. Trade deadline, we are 11 games above 500 in third place. Still have a chance at the playoffs. Dang, definitely way better than last year, but we ended 80-82. That's pretty tough. Let's look at the team one last time until the postseason. Lindor went off. He had a great year. Marte had a great year. Brantley did decent. Frazier did good. Everyone else did pretty okay. Pitching rotation, Mad Bum finished wonderful. Everyone else did okay. As far as the bullpen goes, again, it's decent, but it's not great. Azuna definitely coming back after the season he had. Beautiful, awesome. He did great. Let's go ahead and sim to the offseason for season number 3. Joey Gallo signs with us. Aaron Judge went to the Yankees. And we'll have Marte in right field. So we have a really good outfield. Our infield looks pretty good as well. I mean, we need a better first baseman. Let's see. I think I'm going to start Josh Rojas at first and see what happens. And honestly, we need a good DH. Do we have any money? 46 million. We have 5 million to spend. This is our lineup for season number 3 with a pickup of Joey Gallo and Lorenzo Cain. I feel like this team has a lot of potential. Offense looks solid, honestly. Taking a look at the pitching rotation, we still have a pitching rotation, but I think the offense could carry us. We shall see. Season number 3, let's get started. Okay, I'm pretty offended. Somehow the Giants are better than us. We're 12 games back. This division is a lot more tough than the first 2 years, so that's kind of scary. Let's take a look. First, I want to look at our pitching rotation. Wow. Okay. I mean, all right. I regret doing that first because this is a pretty big dumpster fire for our closer yet again. As far as the lineup goes, I mean, they're performing. Couple 300 hitters, but nothing too crazy. I don't know why he keeps getting switched. I want him to be our DH. All right, well, let's sim to the draft and see what we can do this year. So I don't think this draft was as good as last season, but we did get a pretty good looking center fielder. Looks like everyone else is pretty decent. We mostly got pitching and a first baseman, so we'll see how that turns out. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and I'm not even gonna bother with some trades. We're just gonna go and sim until October, and I will see you guys then. Are the Diamondbacks just not fixable? They're 70 and 92, last place. We even fell behind the Rockies. How are the Giants 91 and 71? What happened? This team on paper should perform a lot better than it did, but wow. I mean, look at this lineup. The lineup is nasty looking. Our bench is pretty decent, to be honest. What is going on? It's our pitching. Our pitching just, it's disgustingly bad. Wow. Well, I don't know what more to do except for getting rid of all the pitchers and just bringing in a complete new pitching staff. I don't know if I really want to do that. I'm going to go ahead and end this video. It's pretty long as it is, but if you guys would like me to try again, let me know by leaving a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, suggest some teams to rebuild down below, and give me some ideas for stadium to rebuild or just make a stadium in general, because the video of me doing it for the Tampa Bay Rays did very good, so I definitely want to do more stadium creation videos. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.